Sitting here in the sunshine in the lovely quiet churchyard of St Andrew's Church, you might wonder how a supposedly quiet, sleepy town like Burnham-on-Sea would be able to attract so much fantastic artwork and brilliant music to BOSfest. But it all started back in 2016 when the Secret Society of Supervillain Artists decided to have a spray jam here. It was our first event, and in the first year we were the third biggest street art festival in the UK. It was amazing, but it just wasn't everything that Burnham-on-Sea needed. When we came together with BOSfest, now we can offer art, music, drama, things for the children, photography, and it'd be a brilliant event and everybody would really enjoy it. This amazing artwork on the outskirts of Burnham-on-Sea is by Sid, otherwise known as Stencil Shed. Now Sid is an incredible artist, as you can see. This has all been created with spray cans, and it's one of many huge murals that he's done throughout the country based on nature. Sid is so good, he's been featured on Grand Designs. Have a look for yourself. Oh, one more thing to look out for. The fish at the top have been painted with a special paint that when the sun hits it in a certain direction, it glitters just like it's underwater. Absolutely superb. In a previously quiet alleyway in Burnham-on-Sea, it's 4 of our fantastic pieces of artwork from BOSfest and SprayJam. The one behind me is by an amazing guy called Keith, who paints as SP0. He's part of a group called Lost Souls. They're sponsored by Posca and they paint all over the world. This is part of a series called Welcome to the Robot Apocalypse. But the twist on the tale is that the robots are actually helping us out. The other artists down here are John Doe with a cheeky nod to Our Majesty. We've got Angus with his tile work, the comma, the mental health thing is this is just a pause, this isn't the end. And also, most spectacularly, we have our Sinking Rat by Andrew Burns Corwell, which is telling us all about the fact that this rat is trying to escape out into the sunlight, but he can't because his love of money and gold is dragging him down. Andrew Burns Corwell is an amazing artist. He hasn't had any formal training, but he had some when he was at school. He's completely self-taught. Paints in oils, and he also paints these absolutely spectacular street art pieces. Come and have a look. John Betjeman said that Burnham-on-Sea has got air like wine, and the people who came here came on the railway. Somerset and Dorset railway line is a huge part of our heritage, so Andrew Burns Corwell has painted this on the side of the S&D pub to reflect how important the train was to our town. If you bring your children here to have a look, see if they can spot Harry Potter and his friends on the secret platform. Nestled here in the middle of Burnham-on-Sea, we have the fabulous Victoria Hotel, which is covered in fabulous artworks brought to you by BOSfest. Can I take a moment here just to talk about this chap, Damien Nicholson, known as Damo. He'd never picked up a spray can before the Spray Jam that happened in 2016, and now he's one of Somerset's most exciting street artists. Along here you can see a few of Damo's brilliant natural scenes, some cheeky nods to famous characters by John Doe, And also a little bit further on, another superb After the Robot Apocalypse piece by SP0. So if you come to Burnham, make sure you come and visit this part of town too. It's where a lot of the art action has taken place. People have joked and said that Burnham-on-Sea should be renamed Burnham-on-Doe. John Doe's artwork has become so ubiquitous around our town, but we're very grateful to him for being such a huge supporter of BOSfest. He's also painted up at the local high school. So has Andrew Burns-Corwell, painted a huge King Alfred mural. You wouldn't expect to see the Trumpster in Burnham-on-Sea, but when BOSfest is happening, anything can happen. Andrew's artwork is so clever because there's always something extra that you'll see if you look carefully enough. In this piece of artwork, all of the other snails are wearing dark glasses and they've got barcodes attached. This one has made a break for freedom. Be more Eric the Snail. If you come to Burnham's fabulous Princess Theatre to see a show, then you're missing a secret. Just round the back in the car park is a plethora of amazing artistic work that you can pop out and see during the interval. It features artworks from G, Smudger, Steve Pinchas, the Jacob Deere, Damo, John Doe and Mind Control. Pop down and have a look. Mind Control is one of the most talented young artists in the street art scene, and he was only 15 when he started painting at street art festivals. This piece behind us is the front of a 21 Pilots album cover. He's really one to watch for the future. Fabulous work. Street art isn't just about pretty pictures on walls, it's also about the issues that are important to street artists, the community and all of us. Ian Walker here has painted a fantastic piece which is all about climate change and the polar bear is losing its place to live. Behind us we've got some minions and they've got some very important messages about being kind. The pantomime is at the heart of the Christmas season here at the Princess Theatre, and local artist Damo has decided to paint an enormous tribute to all the wonderful pantomime shows that have gone on here over the years. Enjoy! When you're talking about street art, the first name that jumps into anybody's head is obviously Banksy. Do we have a real true Banksy in Burnham-on-Sea? Just off the Esplanade, in one of the garden flats, Mrs Davis lives. She came home one day to find this. What happened, Mrs Davis?
Well, I was helping out at Spray Jam, and they were so grateful that they painted this for me. But I was out shopping and came back, and then I had a phone call to say, go and have a look at the front. So I looked at the front, and there was this. And then everybody was asking me about it because, you know, and I couldn't tell them anything because it was a surprise to me, but it was...
so you can't tell us who Banksy is?
No. The lady in the top flat saw the top of somebody's head, but she didn't pay much attention to it. So that was the only... But everybody's amazed at it. But even now, I mean, as people are walking past now, they stop, they look. Sometimes little kids come on the path and try and pose in front of you. But yeah, it's...
So come and have a look on the Esplanade, judge for yourself. Do we have a Banksy in Burnham-on-Sea? In my opinion, Irony is one of the greatest street artists in the world, and we were very, very lucky to have him painting here in Burnham-on-Sea. Now if you look at the picture behind me, you can't imagine that one man with a can of spray paint and a photograph has been able to produce this absolutely superb piece of work. It's called The Call of the Sea, and it's all about a woman whose partner has gone off to sail somewhere exciting and not come back to her, and here she is. Now at night, I swear that the lamp glows in the dark. Come and see it in the sunshine and at night, and see if you agree with me. We've seen the sea, we've seen the artwork, we've seen our wonderful theatre, and here we are now at the Ritz Cinema and Social Club, another place where people can come and have fun in lovely Burnham. Behind us we have the pièce de résistance of the Spray Jam and BOSfest, the amazing piece of work from the excellent artist SP0. What he's done here is he's tried to capture images from 15 different films throughout the 80s and 90s. Have a look, see how many you can find. Spend a bit of time looking, because some are quite difficult to spot. I love this piece here at the Crafty Teacup. It's been painted by local artist Damo, who you've seen around town already. It's a picture of the beautiful Kerry. There's a bit of a story behind how this was painted. Kerry is the daughter of Jazz, who does a lot of the cooking here at the Crafty Teacup, and her ethnic cooking is full of different flavours and spices. So to symbolise this, Kerry was painted in body paint, and then Damo came along and with a spray can and a picture created this beautiful piece of art. I think it sums up the joy that art can bring, which is something they do often here at the Teacup. Come along, have a drink, something to eat, gaze at this, and you might even see the legendary Kerry herself.